We are rolling on with the SceneDaily.com/Rowdy.com season preview, looking at the top 20 from this edition of NASCAR Illustrated. My name is Bass Masters. This is Bob Pockrass of SceneDaily.com. And Bob, we're up to Joey Logano, number 13. An interesting spot for Joey, given how he finished last year. Obviously, we've got 10 plus the 2 wild cards this year in the chase. Is this guy on the bubble as far as making the chase goes, and how do you think it's going to go for him?
I think he is a bubble guy. I mean, you're always going to be a bubble guy till you get
there, right?
But I mean, I think this is a season where first season for him and Greg Zipadelli, where they feel together that they should make the chase, that they're legitimate chase contenders. The way they ended last season, 6th, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and a bunch of those races before Homestead, they know they have the consistency and the ability to make the chase. Now it's a matter of being consistent throughout 26 races.
Yeah, if you look at last year, at the end of the year, I looked at the last 11 races because he had a good finish at Richmond. I think it was 5 out of 11 top 10s and 7 out of 11, or 5 out of 11 top 5s and 7 out of 11 top 10s, which is a very good way to finish off the season if you're Joey Logano. This guy came in with so much hype. Have you seen the talent out of Joey Logano that would have been warranted by the hype that we had heard about? We were hearing about him when he was 14.
Saw the talent in the Nationwide Series, and the fact of the matter is that until you get to Cup, it's all about going fast and managing your car. I mean, Nationwide, truck, late models, it's about making sure you don't wear out your tires and going as fast as you can. It's not really about making changes to the car or getting the car better during a race or learning how necessary to race the other guys around you. When you get to Sprint Cup, you're against the best guys out there.
So there's a whole nother level.
It's a whole nother level, just racing them and just how they race and having respect for them and them having respect for you. And then it's a matter of getting the car better during an event, because the races are so much longer than you've ever done before. And not only just getting your car better, but at times maybe not making your car worse.
Holding on to what you got.
This car, if you make a change
and it's wrong,
just
you're going to the back,
Junior.
baby. Yeah, you know how to do that.
So I think for Joey, it's been a matter of learning what he wants in the car, learning how to race his opponents, and then learning to communicate with Greg Zipadelli on what changes to make during a race.
Well, speaking of learning how to race his opponents, he had some interesting run-ins last year, specifically with Kevin Harvick and Ryan Newman, and I guess he also had one with Juan Montoya.
Right.
Did that change, do you think, the way Joey was seen by other guys, or how he's racing, or have any impact on things at all?
I think it. I don't know whether it changed, but it certainly solidified that that if you're going to mess with him, that he won't hesitate to retaliate. And the thing is, now he has the confidence that he's kind of in the right in these situations. When you're a rookie,
you're not
unless
really
your name
sure.
is Brad Keselowski, apparently.
Right.
You don't think you're in the wrong. I mean, or you don't know if you're in the right or the wrong.
Right. You're just hoping you're doing the right thing.
Right. And now he has the confidence, like, hey, I was doing the right thing. I need to stand for my ground.
Now, I know you talked to Greg Zipadelli back in Daytona at the test, and he said to you, I believe, this is our time. It's sort of like school's over, this is our time to perform. So what's his feeling about the team this year?
I mean, he thinks this is the year that they should make the chase, because you had your first year where Joey was a rookie, Zipadelli had worked with Tony Stewart. There's just a little bit of difference between Joey Logano
18-year-old Joey Logano.
Right. So Tony kind of had to change the way he did some things, and he had to teach Joey. Joey was used to just kind of coming in, jumping in a car. It was always good, And
he just had to drive it, and that was it.
He had to drive it, and at times he makes suggestions, but not like he has to do now. So. Zipadelli is, for the first time, I think he's kind of confident that they can rattle off consistent finishes.
Now, talk about his teammates and how he fits into the mix over there. Obviously, very talented driver in Kyle Busch, a guy who challenged for the championship last year in Denny Hamlin. And now you've got Joey Logano, who clearly has a lot of talent himself. How does he fit into that mix, and can he run with those guys now?
He can run with those guys. It's interesting because he's probably more like Kyle in the way he drives than Denny. I mean, he's more, hammer it in, slam on the brake. He's not necessarily as methodical as you would envision Hamlin. So I think he has a tendency. He can actually take the best of what Kyle likes sometimes take the best of what Hamlin likes, and use it, put it all together for a strong performance. Now, I mean, I don't see him as being, as kind of aggressive, or I don't want to say aggressive, but, you don't see him kind of in the wild thing, Rowdy. You don't consider him rowdy.
Right.
And yet you don't consider him, you don't expect to see him sitting courtside of the Bobcats games.
Right. I mean, Denny's a very crafty guy. I mean, Denny had his plan of the chase last year, and he executed that. He's a very thoughtful, heady guy. It seems like Kyle is goes more on emotion, and you're saying Joey may be somewhere in between the two?
Somewhere in between the two. And he lets Zippy handle the emotion.
Right. Okay, so Joey Logano, he's 13 in this poll. I don't know where you voted, in the chase or out, especially with the wild card things. What do you think? It's a tough call.
I'm going to say out. I'm going to say he'll probably be 11th or 12th, and he may have one win, but I still think he may be a year away from rattling off 2 or 3 in the regular season.
I got him in the chase, but I got about 23 guys in the chase. That way, no one can get mad at me. No, I just keep saying he's in.
Oh.
The math doesn't work out.
You expect people not to watch each one of these in a row.
They'll never figure it out. If we don't tell them, Bob, they're never going to figure it out.
Oh, okay.
All right, that has been our look at Joey Logano heading into the 2011 season for Bob Pockrass of Scene Daily. My name is Bassmasters from Rowdy.com. Don't forget to pick up this baby, the NASCAR Illustrated 2011 season preview, and we'll be back to look at more guys later on.
Rowdy.com. Say it like it is.
Say what like it is?
Rowdy.com.